Big catfish coming up on the top of the surface. I believe it's going to rain today. It seems to force the fish up in the water, and these fish are very spooky. So my idea is to set up a little camp in there and just drop some popped up bread flake down the side there. Hopefully we can hook into something big, and then all fireworks will break loose. Well, that didn't take very long, did it? Just dropped it down the side and you took it straight away. This is a striped catfish, or the Thais call them bassawai. A lot of people get them confused with the Mekong giant catfish, but she's got little barbels, little whiskers either side of her mouth. That's how you tell. The giant Mekongs, they do have the whiskers for the first few months and then they drop off. So she's it looks like a girl, quite a short body, quite deep. So you'll see hopefully if I can get a giant Mekong for you as well. These are quite narrow across the head. The giant Mekongs they're like a pit bull, the heads are. So brilliant. I'm not going to put her back in here. She's destined for the lake to grow even bigger. But excellent. I'm really happy with her. Brilliant condition. And yeah, look at the rudder on that. Right, I'm going to pause the camera, leg it round to the lake, and come back, see if we can get some more. The fish nearly had me rod in, and the drag needs adjusting a little bit, so it had to pull quite hard before it gave any line. So this is the clutch, just slacken it off a little bit, and then it'll pull it a little bit easier. You don't want it too slack, otherwise you can't put enough pressure on the fish. So you don't want to let the fish bully you too much, but on the other hand, you don't want to well, hook and hold. It's not particularly snaggy, this pond. Right, that will have spooked them a little bit. So what I'm going to do is bait up, throw it out again, same place, and then I'm going to put some pellet in there. I was happy with that because they're very hard to catch in here. But I came to just check on the goats a little while ago and I saw a few fish on the top, and I thought, right, the water level's been dropping steadily. I wonder if they're going to come on the feed. So it looks like they are. They don't like much barb showing the tip of the hook, so just a little bit showing there, and then when they take it, just enough to prick the side of the mouth, and it should set the hook. Right then, can we be lucky 2 shots on the trot? I think it'll be a waiting game for the second one. Everyone in the pond will know that Lee's about now. Okay, I leave the line loose. It's monofilament line, so after a few minutes, as the monofilament takes water on, it will start to sink down to the bottom. Once it sits on the bottom, the fish can't see it, so don't have a tight line. As soon as you put a tight line in here, red letter day, I think they call it. Giant Gourami. Giant sized giant gourami. Gonna get the hook out first and then show you. Hey, what a fantastic looking fish, eh? Beautiful. Toon calls them the rhino fish. Look at the head on that. Very acrobatic when you first hook them. Quite a powerful fish, but it's quite short-lived. It's all guns blazing for the first few seconds, and then they run out of steam. Yeah, not bad at all, that. Let's put them in the lake then. Easy, this fishing, isn't it? I've just shortened my hook link. The hook link is where your hook is to where your weight comes to. So my ledger, or my inline lead, I moved it a little bit closer to the hook, and the reason being that gourami was hooked a little bit too deep for my liking. If we're going to eat it, not a problem, but I'm stuck in the lake, so I don't want to be hooking fish too deep. And if you have a shorter hook length, then it gives them less time to mouth the bait, and less chance of them sucking it right to the back of the throat. So now I can see some bubbles right down the edge where I've been throwing it the first 2 times. So that's normally the Mekong catfish starting to feed on the bottom, but I haven't thrown any bait in yet, or ground bait. So I'm going to plonk it where the bubbles are, see what happens. One for the hat trick. It can't go again straight away, can it? Let's get some bait in. This particular pond here is what we're going to stock our main lake with. There's all sorts of bits and bobs in the lake at the moment, but this is the bigger stuff. That striped catfish is probably one of the smaller ones in here. There's some a lot bigger than that, and certainly the Mekongs as well. So we will be gradually draining it down and then netting it. We've got a seine net off our good friend Eddie. So before we do that, it's a good chance to wet a line, isn't it? It's rubbish, this fishing lark, isn't it? It's been in 3 minutes and not had a bite. I think they're on to me. Not a sniff now. There's still a few bubbles coming up though, so fingers crossed. Well, that's fishing for you, I suppose. They were on to me after the second one. Once that giant gourami started swimming around and splashing all over the place, they knew what the score was, and they just shut up shop. So what I've done, I've left my gear here, and I've thrown all the pellets in that I had. And what I'm going to do each day, I'm going to come and throw their food in the same place, and then every now and again just drop a line in there. And if I can winkle 1 or 2 out per day, then that'd be great. If you enjoyed the video as much as I like making it, guys, just hit the like button for us. I'd much appreciate that, and I'll make some more fishing videos if it looks popular. Cheers then.